I don't know if this is our final series. I will not be surprised if we were able to catch up to get to whoever going to play Chaos Fate, the master in the next round.
Fingers crossed, mate.
But yeah, speaking of fingers crossed, well, everyone cross your fingers because we have these two players ready in Romanticide and spawning here in the top left-hand corner of the map. The Zerg player, the Duckling player is Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the other Peruvian player, the Peruvian Terran. He is purple, representing Storm Gaming. It is Tavo. And there it is. Shout out to Kuro in the chat. It's 2 a.m. in the land of Bologna, but she is awake and she is cheering for her boys. There we go. Place your bets, people. Zerg or Terran, Ryu or Tavo, Storm or CranKy Ducklings. No bias.
Look, you already know on what side I am, okay?
Oh my god.
I have to fight for my race light, you know?
There's no Mexicans here, though. What are you on about?
Mexican is not race mate.
Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, Tavo, you know, I love Tavo. Of course I love Tavo, right? He's like that kid next door that like is always like at the house. And he's like best friends with your son, and he might as well like be your own, you know. Yeah, that's kind of who Tavo is for me.
No, poor Tavo, mate. He's just waiting for to be adopted.
Oh god.
And while he is not, he's just going to come and kill out your sons, mate. He's already killed one. He's going for the other.
Oh god. Aye. We'll see, mate. We'll see if he can do it. Oh god. Tavo, please. But regardless, yeah. I do look forward to this. Go on, mate. Go on.
Standard openings for both players. Tavo going for the Reaper expand with that SCV scout just to quickly check out that it was not a pull first, but it was not. Rio went for the pull for the hatch first into the usual setting, and he's probably going to take a third very soon.
Yeah, I mean, Tavo, how dare you assume that of Ryu? Like, Ryu's not the kind of player to go for a pull first in this matchup, unless you're Terran. Or Chaos Fate. He has done that against them. So, you know what? I guess it makes sense he did scout. As we do see, Ryu does take his third base, but honestly, mate, this is a pretty forward third.
Yes, this is the forward third base. For some reason, Ryu likes to take it on this map specifically, and specifically versus Terran, which makes me think that he wants to be aggressive. You know?
Yeah, I think so as well. I think another thing to note of is, typically, historically, I would look at Ryu and I would think of more of a Ling Bane player, a more standard player. But especially after his experiences with Terran and Chaos Fate, he has been playing a lot more with roaches in recent times. Kind of taking a page off of Eric's book. He doesn't play quite like Eric, but again, just going for roaches. We'll see if he will do that here against Tavo. He did go for that famed pneumatized carapace, Overlord speed, and he goes in and he is able to scout everything in the main base of Tavo.
Yeah, this is typical Ryu. He went for early Overlord speed, just so he can scout very early with the Overlord. It is basically impossible to stop, mate. It is impossible to stop this early speed Overlord. I played versus Ryu in tournaments before, and mate, it doesn't matter how early I make Marines or Vikings, the Overlord is going to get in.
No, yeah, it will get in 100%. The downside is that, of course, Ryu does have to keep mining gas and kind of spend that gas on this. It does delay his queen production as well early on, but it's all at the price of scouting. And, you know, for Ryu, that is worth it. More than worth it.
Yeah. Oh, no, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
that's basically what happened.
Yeah, pretty much. And
do you know how much it cost me to scout like Ryu does?
Scan me.
It cost me a mule, mate. This is a mule. You know, you say mule, very good unit, yeah, but only if I can make it.
True, very true. That's always the dilemma of Terran, mate. Meanwhile,
Yeah, but Ryu wants to be sure, so he sends a second Overlord.
yeah, he goes back in, and I love this. He confirms that it is bioplay. He confirms that there is a tech lab on the racks, that there is a Banshee with Cloak on the way, so he does immediately throw down those spores. He has plenty of queens spread out throughout all of his bases. He also has a bathing nest, and what I was pointing out was that he went for a very fast lair on top of all of this.
See, mate, the forward tilt base, the fast layer, he wants to be aggressive. The Roach Warren is now starting up as well.
There it is, mate. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. What is this lair for? And it's for roaches.
I don't know, mate. Is it because I'm seeing a lot of gases being taken by Ryu? Is maybe Mitavis, mate.
It could be, honestly. I'm not personally. I'm never fond of rushing into mutas like this, but it definitely could be. He's delaying his Evo chambers and his upgrades for this as well. There it is. All the gases are being taken. But again, because of the timing of this Roach Warren, I do think that he's going to be committing to it. Like, there is still no Spire despite the lair being done.
Yeah, you're probably right. Double Evo chamber just now starting.
Oh boy, meanwhile, the Hellions, they do poke in, they confirm the fourth base, but that is all they confirm. They just back off. They're just here to try and clear up and deny any creeper they can. Oh my god, is he gonna commit? Okay. Ooh. Doesn't commit. Up.
He focuses on the Banelings. He kills one Baneling, I think, and then he's going to try to cancel drones. Oh, no, not enough time. Not enough time to kill the drones. The Hellions are forced to go back.
Hellions are forced back in the end. And we do see that it was for a much faster Baneling speed. Baneling speed is being researched. There it is. +1 melee on the way. There are roaches being produced, but I don't think they're going to be a major part of the army here. More of a safety Roach Warren, just in case.
Yeah, definitely. Hellion still trying to do its thing, but yeah, the queens are ready. The Zerlings are ready. These Hellions are not going to do anything, mate. If I were Tavo, I will try to attack from another angle.
Yeah, he has to be careful, especially because he's been losing a couple of Hellions here and there. Like, these Hellions are great at trying to deny creep spread, but you can't be losing too many of them too early on. Meanwhile, these Banshees actually went across the map, but they weren't able to accomplish anything. There weren't any major, like, drone deaths or anything like that. The Queens were able to push them away, and Tavo is forced back, and oh, mate, we got Barret.
Yeah, someone has been practicing with Eric, mate.
Oh my god, I don't know if you remember this, but this is something that Ryu does that Eric doesn't execute as well. We've casted together before where Ryu, in the middle of a fight against Bayer, he will borrow like Banelings, like in the middle of a battlefield, and then detonate them.
Yeah, the mines. We've seen many Marines die very suddenly because of it, so that one needs to be very careful.
It's very iconic to Ryu's playstyle. I haven't seen any other Zerg player really pull it off. So he has to be careful. Meanwhile, Tavo, he's pushing on forward. There isn't too much creep threat here, but at the same time, Ryu is getting ready for a surround.
Getting for a surround, there's only 2 tanks, which are not very much. Okay, not going to be a surround, it's going to be a counter attack, but I think Tavo is going to be ready. No, the door is not closed.
Oh, but
doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're on A moves, so they attack the door anyway, but this will force Tavo back.
Yeah, this forced Tavo back. The Siegestans are not siege, and the rest of the army is following through.
Oh my god, all the Hellbats are going to go down without the support of the Bio army. But thankfully for Tavo, he keeps all his Marines alive. And same with his tanks as well. He pulled out before any major engagement.
Shout out to Yaku in the chat. Spam this blue for El Condor Ryu.
There we go. That is our copy pasta for Ryu. I just have to... If you remember, that's what we call him. We call him El Condor, mate.
Yes, I remember. Oh, nice. Borrow Siren here to stop any future bases. And yeah, this is always very, very annoying as a Terran player when you try to land your CC and you cannot. And look, you're forced to the scan. That's one less mule, mate. One less mule. That's Zerling, just kill a mule.
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. That's what we love to see. Meanwhile, we do have a double drop here towards the north. Another drop here towards the south. The southern one will be dealt with by Ryu. Oh my god, there are the mines. Oof.
We don't see what happened to the drop in the upper side of the map, but it shouldn't be pretty because mate, everything died.
Yeah, well, avert your eyes, people. I didn't want to get banned from Twitch. Like that was ungodly things were done to those Marines, mate.
Question, mate. Do you stream your game in windowed mode?
Window?
In full screen window.
Yes, I do. Oh boy. Meanwhile, here.
There we go. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, here we go. Tavo is pushing out of the map, but you know what? The infestors are done. Pathogen glands was researched. They're ready to fungal.
Yeah, they fungal a couple of the Marines, but one infestor falls. That those infestors are very expensive. Let's be careful. Meanwhile, a counterattack by Ryu with Zerlings in the natural of Tavo doesn't do anything. Tavo was ready with reinforcements. And oh no, mate, the treason, mate. They almost killed one of their own tanks, and that was huge.
Oh my god. Aye. The Ling Bane also rushes on forward, does connect with enough Banelings. Even the Banshee falls due to these queens, and Ryu holds on. He holds on long enough for the Ultras to pop out. 6 are on the way. Kindness plating is on the way as well. This is exactly the kind of composition that Ryu wants to get into.
Yes, Tavo is ready. He has plenty of Marauders here in his composition, so he won't get caught off guard very much. So he can deal with it. The question is the rest of the army going to go? There we go. The rest of the army is coming and the engagement is happening. Does Ryu has now? The answer is no, mate. He doesn't have enough.
Exactly.
There's no Banelings. There were
no Banelings, there were no Lings. More importantly, kindness plating isn't done. Like, you don't want to go in without that upgrade with Ultras.
One base fall. Nice one by Tavo.
Yeah, it does go down nicely down there by Tavo. Ryu really needs to consider expanding towards the north, and exactly that is what he does. Meanwhile, we still have a couple of Lings here, a couple of Banelings as well, waiting for that opportune moment.
Yeah, it's hard because there's a lot of Marauder in this army, so it's not going to be just a straight kill. But here we go. Ryu is about to engage his army. And it's not sheets. Siege.
Oh my
Siege.
god, the tanks! So good! Ay, the Ultras, they force their way in, they get on top of the tanks, all the tanks go down, mate.
All the tanks went down, mate. This is a big job, but the Ultras are doing the best, mate, and a lot of infantry is going down, and Tavo starting to lose workers, and mate, it was excellent by Ryu.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, he lost his army, but he traded so well. And behind this, he just remaxes, makes another massive wave of Lings, Ultras, anything and everything he needs. Meanwhile, there is a bit of a double drop here on the right-hand side of the map. This will force Ryu back a little bit, but I don't know if this drop is really going to do too much.
Yeah, it's not gonna do enough, I think. Oh, is he? He's playing a lot of Zerling, mate.
Yeah. Again, these are 2-2 Lings. 3-3 is not done yet, so the Bio army traded honestly pretty well there. But mate, here come the Niduses.
2 Nidus, not 1. 2 light. 2 Niduses.
Two is better than 1, mate. Oh my god, no! The Medivacs get picked off. The Niduses are gonna pop up. Do we see a response? Okay, it looks like the Marauders will take out 1 Nidus. Can they get the other?
Yeah, he does take it. Only 1 Ultralis came out of the Nidus, but meanwhile, Ryu is attacking the other bases of Tavo.
That he is.
Tavo needs to be very careful, mate. He's still very low on tank number. He only has 3 at the moment. After the fight was over, he was only left with 1.
Oh god, that's not ideal at all. I kind of want to see him switch into Liberators, not gonna lie, they do deal with Ultras a little bit better, but I guess tanks can do the trick either way. Regardless, he needs something to help support his Bioforce. Meanwhile, here comes the Ling Bane, the SCVs are going down, there aren't any tanks here in position at all to defend.
Yeah, there are basically no tanks here. Nice fungal on the army of Tavo, mate, and I think that Hero is going to punch through.
Yeah, he is going to punch through here. Everything gets fungled. Everything is going to go down. Ay. So does the base. Even still have Niduses all over the place.
One factory goes down. A lot of workers went down, mate. Tavo is 60 supply down on his opponent. Most of it in army. Oh, God. Like, Tavo can still survive, but I think the next punch is going to be the fatal one.
Ooh, nice catch. 3 infestors go down, 4 free. Nicely done there by Tavo. He also gets this base towards the north up and running. Still needs to be saturated, but I agree. Like Ryu has just been beating down Tavo like time after time after time, and Tavo's really struggling to remain standing. He is still up, right? Like he's got some ghosts, he's got some bio, but he just doesn't have the numbers, you know.
He does not, mate, and let's see what he does. He goes are on the army right now. Those are very useful, especially to snipe those infestors. But still very hard. This is an up-hit battle for Tavo.
Yeah, it really is. And oh god, this base is so exposed. It's not even a planetary. The ghosts are coming in, but you know what? The ultras, they get on top of the ghosts. Oh my god, the banes are coming in as well. I don't think there's gonna be enough here for Tavo. Oh,
there's not. These ultras are shredding to everything, mate. And now here come the infestors in the back.
Oh my god, the ghosts, they do get fungled. In the end, it looks like Tavo may have enough to like push this army away just barely, but as all this was happening, there was a run by here at another base. Oh my god, Ryu is so annoying. In the middle of all this chaos, he borrows a Ling underneath the CC.
35 SCVs went down, mate. There's no coming back. Now Ryu double the supplies and GG. Tavo knows it. And Ryu takes the first point in the series.
GG, what a game. And that's the kind of game that we expect to see on a map like Romanticide. It's a very large map. It does tend to lean towards the more longer games, and that was great. Damn.
Funara in the chat, the Mega Lord. The Mega, where were you? I wanted to see you play today.
Yo, the Mega, where like you didn't sign up? We saw, who was it? Destroyer TT signed up even. Oh my god. But no the Mega, no Bombilla.
Bombilla. Mate. Peru was used to be big one time. What happened?
Oh god. It's still there's still plenty of Peruvian representation in this tournament, but there could have been more. Just saying.
By the way, like the other qualifying match has already started.
Oh, nice.
Chaos Fate defeated Shakti 2-0.
Yeah. Everyone, give your energy to Master, because yo, if Chaos Fate can take down Shakti, I worry for Master, mate. Oh boy.
Wasn't there a tournament recently where Master defeated Shakti in a best of 5? I think. I want to say there was.
Yes, there was. I remember you pointed it out. I think
it was Amantes. It was Gladiadores, maybe. One of those.
Yeah, it may have been an Amantes. Oh boy. But yeah, we are diving into game number 2 here between these two players. Gonna be on Light Shade ALE, reverse opposite of Romanticide, a much smaller map, but not as crazy as Beckett or Blackburn.
Yeah, this is a pretty like one of the most standard map in this map pool.
I also have a favor to ask of you, because I need to get ready for something.
Oh god, why is it? Oh god, what?
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna quickly follow your camera. Would you mind doing the first player introduction while I quickly head off and grab something?
I mean, sure. So welcome everyone, welcome to Light Shade LE, and spawning here the CranKy Duckling player who is up 1-0. This is Ryu. Look at this duck, look at this beautiful duck. And on the other side of the map, his opponent, the also from Peru, the Terran player for Sidestone Gaming, this is Tavo. Yeah, I have no idea what live VIP is gonna do. Like, I'm very scared about it, especially because he left me alone and God, mate, I can barely talk when I'm with him. Like, alone is going to be worse. But here we are, map number 2. Welcome back, Light. Welcome back. I have already introduced our players here.
Oh, nice.
And we have standards opening for both of them. Ryu went for Hatch Gas, and now the poll's about to start any second. While I think Tavo is going for the Reaper Expand.
Yeah, pretty standard things. There we go. There is that pool, and let me just quickly There we go. I was just throwing out the trumpets because I know that's the most important part of the intro. There we go. There we go. Oh god. But yeah. I have something for later on. Oh god. Can we? Never mind. Probably shouldn't do that. I was about to say like, yo, can we take some pisco shots after this? Like, nah, that's probably not the best idea. That's. Oh,
I mean,
God.
you're good. Nothing is stopping you, mate.
Mate, I don't know if ESL would be happy with that. I don't. But
Look, it's okay, mate. You just tell them it is apple juice.
Mate, pisco is clear, man. It's clear. It's
Yeah,
water,
it was a very bad apple.
Shaking my head. Oh god. But after game number 1, I have to ask you, what do you think Tavo has to change here going up against Ryu, if anything, you know, when it comes to his approach, maybe his composition? What are your thoughts?
I don't know, mate. I think it was an okay game. I don't see like any major flaws. Mm-hmm. If anything, I would just say that he was not very successful with his Hellions early on. Mm-hmm. So one thing that I personally have been starting to do when playing ladder is when I have the Hellions, I went for one Raven to accompany the Hellions and to clear all the creep that I can. So that way, even though the Hellions are not able to enter the main base and kill some drones, they can at least keep the creep at bay, because mate, that creep was very good that previous game. Like the left half of the map was basically covered in creep. Yeah, what I want to see better Hellion, like not control, like positioning. Like where do you want to go with those Hellions?
Yeah, I would have to say that along those lines, if you recall last game, Tavo, he opened up with a 1-1-1 into Banshees, right? And the Banshees didn't do anything, if you recall. Like, he got 2 Banshees and they did nothing. So when you go for a setup like this, like, you can have an opportunity to go into Ravens instead. And sure, when you go into Ravens, that means that you give up your harassment opportunity, right, that the Banshee gives you. But if your opponent is going to defend as well as Ryu did, then maybe you do have a better opportunity to go into a Raven instead and get value that way, instead of gambling on a Banshee and having it not pay for itself, right?
Yes, because we both know it is Ryu. Ryu is going to scout you no matter what you do.
Yeah.
So you might as well look. There's a fucking overload over there already.
Exactly. So Ryu, he sees everything. He sees the Banshees. He sees the Cloak researching. So he knows that he has to get ready for Cloak Banshees. So the likelihood of them dealing damage is a lot lower. Obviously, there's still a chance, right? And Tavo, maybe he feels like he could have controlled a little bit better, found a better opportunity, and could execute it a little bit more efficiently here. So maybe that's what he's going for. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on these Banshees.
Yeah, we'll see if these Banshees can do anything this game. I love that Tavo went for quite a bit of Hellions. These are how many? 3, 6, 8 Hellions. 8 Hellions plus 1 Reaper. That's a lot of DPS that could easily go and destroy 1 middle line quickly if Tavo can manage to get in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like there's a lot of potential here for damage. Meanwhile, what we have, the creep is being spread. Ooh, interesting. Much faster 1-1 from Ryu, so he's going to rely a lot more on Ling Bane early on here. This could be indicative that he also is going to skip that Roach Warren that he got last game, and rely a lot more on Ling Bane, maybe even might go into Mutas later on.
I mean, let's be honest, the Roaches were not critical the previous game.
True. They had their place.
Oh my god, mate, drop, Baneling drop.
Oh yeah. We have one drop alert here towards the south, another towards the north. At the same time, the Banshees do come in, get 2 drone kills, and then get forced away.
Yeah, those Banshees are not working out, man. They're not working out. If I were Tavo, I would not do Banshees on game number 3.
Meanwhile, the Queens, they were pulled out of position. Can the Hellions find a way into the mineral line?
The key for workers. And they go in as well. He's going to sacrifice all the army, all these Hellions for all the economic damage that he got. And yeah, all the mineral line is roasted, mate. 14 workers went down and more are coming.
Oh my god, but the drops come in! The Banelings rain down in the natural and in the main base. So sure, 16 drones go down, but at the same time 13 SCVs also fall.
Yeah, that was a nice trade by both of these players, basically. 51 workers for Tavo, I was gonna say 51 for Rio, and then Rio made 10 drones. So, you know, Zerk.
Yeah, he does end up rebuilding the drones that he lost there. Oh boy, also getting another base. But yeah, nice blow for blow, to be honest. Like, that would have been disastrous for Ryu if he didn't have those Baneling drops ready.
Yaku asking the chat, where is Dark in Cam? And I'm sorry, but Lai didn't pay enough.
It's true, it's true. Darking is very expensive, very expensive. Oh god, but maybe one day. Again, it's I completely understand. Like, I don't require a cam, it's fine. It is quite annoying. I had to wake up at 6 a.m. today to have a shower, and I actually had breakfast today to get ready for the cast.
Ooh, really, that's surprising me, especially because of how early this tournament starts. May I ask, what did you have for breakfast?
I had, what did I have? I had grilled toast with cheese and salami.
With salami, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good, mate.
Here we go. Tavo going in for the push with 2 tanks and a bunch of marines. He's trading very well, but there are Ravagers, and the Ravagers one-shot the tanks with those corrosive vibes.
Yeah, exactly. One of the tanks does fall. There is a second tank here, and it has a really nice position, so it is getting a lot of value, to be honest. This Bioforce keeps pushing away the army of Ryu, but Ryu was just waiting for Baneling Speed to finish up.
Yeah, the second tank falls, and now Tavo needs to come back. That was a nice trade. A lot of units for Ryu died, but importantly, not economic damage.
Exactly. Meanwhile, another Baneling came in, but it was only one Baneling, so no SCVs died. They were just weakened, left a little bit low. We may see another drop later on. And Ryu, just like game number 1, he's going for the same composition. You know, we have a burrow on the way, infestation pit. We're probably going to see pathogen glands and infestors again. So he's grown really fond of this. At least that's what it appears to be here in game number 2.
Why fix what is not broken?
True. Very true. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Tavo, he's still working on his own upgrades. He has to be careful not to get too surrounded. The drop gets forced back. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, more drops are coming in at Tavo's base, mate. Those tanks are killing more SCVs than the Zerlings did.
Oh no, tanks please. Meanwhile, speaking of drops, we do have a marine drop here at the natural as well as the main base. And in the main base of Tavo, drops all over the place, but Tavo's the one losing workers.
Yeah, Tavo's the one losing workers, and he's not reacting. He also lost all his marines to Banelings, mate. A very successful drop by Rio, not so much by Tavo.
Yeah, these drops are getting cleaned up here towards the north and the south. There was a force in the center that cleaned up a lot of creep. That's something, but I don't know if that's worth 12 SCVs. There's 2 Banelings! No! Oh god!
Keep an eye on this Banelings light.
Tavo, please! Tavo, please! There are Marines right there! They're doing nothing! Oh god!
They kill nothing, mate. They kill nothing. They were saved by the +1 armor of the SCVs.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. These Marines deserve to be fired, mate. They deserve. They were just standing there and watching the Banelings morph in. Aye.
Selling Rombai in the 4th base of Tavo, more SCVs going down. Ryu has been doing a good job of harassing Tavo the whole matchup.
Exactly. Like he's been trying. Like, he keeps going for these drops. Like, we see even this double drop here towards the north. Finally, this one seems to deal some damage. He gets a queen at least. There we go. He loads up, and now he's moving towards the south as well. So
I love it by Rio. He made a misclick, and he made one Stronghost.
Every time. Oh god, there's always that one token swarm host. It happens so often, mate. Meanwhile, oh god, we have more drops, but again, Ryu is meeting them and continuing to deal that harassing damage. Oh my god, he even borrowed the links in the mineral line.
He's going to save them for later on when needed. So good job by him. And yeah, mate, Tavo has been doing a lot of harassment as well. They're just not as successful as Ryu's. Ryu has been very good at defending them. Like, how many? I mean, can you see how many workers have each side kill? Do you know what's the hotkey for checking?
Oh my god, as there is a bit of an engagement here, oh, these tanks, they were pre-sieged, so they forced Ryu back. Meanwhile, this drop was dealt with, and as you were saying, 30 SCVs have gone down this game as opposed to the 17 drones of Ryu. And bearing in mind, from the 17 drones, I think 16 of them was from that Hellion run by at the start of the game.
Yes, definitely. So, yeah, Ryu, a lot more successful this game than Tavo. And now, mate, Ultras are here.
Oh boy. They are here. Kindness plating is also done. My god, that was actually pretty quick. Especially compared to last game. 3-3 is about to finish up as well. Meanwhile, 2-2 is still on the way for Tavo. Like, because of the amount of economic damage he's sustained, like, his upgrades are so delayed.
Yeah, this is not going to be pretty, mate. It's not going to be pretty. The next fight, that once 3-3 is done for Ryu, is going to be a bloodbath, mate. That fight, I think, is about to happen, mate. The tanks are not shits.
Oh god.
Siege.
They're not siege. In come the ultras. The fungals are connecting as well. I don't know if there are enough ultras to really break his opponent here. Never mind. All the ultras go down. Sorry, all the tanks go down.
Yes, all the tanks go down, which is, I think, the important part that Ryu wanted. Now the only 2 tanks remain for Tavo. And meanwhile, there was a drop on the other side, but again, 0 worker skill.
Exactly. You know, the swarm hosts. No. Pobrecito, man. The Locust is actually dealing damage.
look, he just wanted to end it all, mate. He knew he was the unwanted child.
He knew he was a mistake, mate.
Yeah.
Oh god. Ay, poor guy. Oh god. F's to the chat for that swarm host. F's to the chat for these drops. They just haven't been able to do much. Ryu, he's just so on top of them. Meanwhile, as you were saying, the important part about the previous engagement, the tank count was reset, and now there are barely any tanks here to defend.
Tavo not microing. He lost a lot of marines to the banelings, mate, and now he lost a lot of infantry, and Ryu is just going to push forward.
Ryu, he pushes forward. The ultras get on top of everything here, mate. The base is going to fall. Ay. Meanwhile, we do have like a drop here in the center of the map, but there's plenty of Ling Bane to help respond to this. It's not really going to do too much. It does get forced to be picked up. And once again, Tavo, he can hold, but he just keeps losing too much. 24 CVs, man.
Yes. 24 CVs, 1 full base, and the sensor tower, mate, and he's going to lose even more, mate, because here are the infestors as well.
The money fungals, mate. 8 more ultras on the way. The tanks are getting biled and fungled. God, it's just not going Tavo's way. And Ryu, mate, he's barely dropping in supply.
Yeah, mate, yeah. Everything that Ryu loses immediately he reclaims, and yeah, he now doubled the supply of Tavo, and Tavo doesn't have anything, mate. 42 workers against 78, 46 of army versus 104. This is not pretty, mate.
It's not, mate. It's not. Oh, God. Here come the reinforcements. Not just the reinforcements, Queens as well, because why the hell not? I do think that this is going to be the final killing blow here for this game as the ultras come in, force a massive pickup. Tavo is forced to retreat all the way to his natural.
Yeah, he enters the wall, but the wall is about to fall, and yeah, this is the last stand of Tavo.
The last stand indeed. I mean, the wall is doing wonders here, but the tank went down, the bio is going down, GG gets called, and Ryu takes game 2.
Ryu 2-0 so far. Remember, this is a best of 5 guy to see he still needs to win 1 more map to qualify to the close qualifier. And Tavo still has room to improve and start to take away maps from Ryu.
He does. Again, it's one of those things where I think if we look at that game, at both games, I don't like. There's no like glaring problem for Tavo. Like he for the most part, it feels like he's keeping up. Like again, he's like harassing. He's going for all these drops. But again, as you were saying, like those drops, they're not really finding the damage that they need to. I guess maybe the biggest problem is that his own defenses aren't as good as Ryu's, right? Like those run bys, they just kept finding more damage. The drops kept finding more damage.
Oh no, how did Tavo let this map slide?
Oh.
Yes, we are in the lobby for the third map, everyone, and the third map is going to be Jagannatha LE, which is a map that Terran usually veto against Zerg. So I'm guessing that instead Tavo veto Blackburn.
Maybe.
Yes, if I had to guess, he veto Blackburn and Rio probably veto Beckett Industries, right?
I don't know if Tavo would want to veto Blackburn. It's possible that he vetoed one of the more standard maps. So, I mean, we'll see if the game goes on. But again, as you said, because this is a best of 5, like it does mean that some maps like Jagannatha, they do like slip through the vetoes.
Yeah. So let's see, everyone. The map is now loading. Rio versus Tavo, Ser versus Terran, Peru versus Peru, Duckling versus adopted Duckling.
Oh boy, let's go.
And here we go. Welcome everyone to Jagannatha LE, our third and maybe final map in this best of 5 series. And spawning here, the Ser player, the Peruvian player, currently up 2-0. This is CranKy's Ducklings, Rio.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Peruvian Terran. He is purple, representing Psy Storm Gaming. He is down 0-2. People in the chat, he needs your support to bring this back, to take it to game 4 and potentially the ace match afterwards. It is Tavo.
Does Yaku does not have a spam for a chat spam for Tavo?
No, only for the Ducklings, man.
Yaku, make one, please. maybe if you make one, it will convince Light to hire Tavo.
Oh god, we commissioned Yaku to make a copy pasta for each of the Ducklings, so he has one for Starduck, Oreo, Ryu, Neo, and Eric. Some of them are better than others. Oh god.
But yeah, like map number 3, Jagannatha. Let's see if these two players do something different or if they do the same. So far, the same. Like the SCV scout for Tavo, just to check out that Rio did not go pull first. He didn't. And then Rip Expand, and Rio is going for Hatch Gas Pool. Or this, yeah, he went and got Hatch Gas Pool. So yeah, everything is standard so far. No one is desperate enough to make a cheese yet.
Yeah, I would have thought that Tavo would be in that situation here, but you could argue that it's maybe a little bit too obvious to do something like that. So instead, he is at least opening up, pretty standard, but we'll see if he makes any deviations, as you said, because game 1 and game 2, like their overall builds were pretty similar to each other. It did feel like though that Ryu was able to really ramp up in between game 1 and game 2, right? He was so much more on point with his ultra timing, with his 3-3, with his kindness plating, with all his upgrades, and on top of all that, his harassment. Oh my god.
How about the Reaper?
Oh god.
It almost get caught in the middle of those early, mate. That one needs to be very careful.
God, exactly. So far, he's controlling his Reaper well. He almost got surrounded, but he does survive in the end. And a big surprise, right? Of course, Nematai's Carapace is on the way. Right after Link Speed, he does get Overlord Speed.
Nematai's Carapace, who saw it coming?
Tavo should. I mean, let's be real. I really don't want him to go Banshee again. Like, it's not the biggest of deals. It's not what's losing him games or anything like that. Oh my god, he actually goes for a 3rd CC before Starport. Oh.
Now he knows. He knows he needs to get ahead in the economy game, and yeah, the quick, a very quick third CC. But then again, Ryu is going to scout because he's Ryu. You might as well tell him in the chat.
Pretty much. But I do like this from Tavo, right? He is switching things up. He isn't going for the same thing game after game after game. He is adapting to his opponents, and I do like this a lot more compared to the previous openers that he's done, even if it does get scattered.
There we go. So he switches and it's going to be a Banshee? Question mark.
I'm mad. Oh my! He's getting a fusion core.
Yes. I applaud this.
Oh my god.
I always knew Tavo was one of mine.
Oh my, were you his original father that abandoned him? Is that what we're finding out here, King? Oh god.
Listen, mate, no son of mine is going to be Peruvian.
Oh god.
But yeah, so Battle Cruisers, mate, this was going to see, and Ryu, look, Ryu is going in. There's only one Marine, which is a big tell that, mate, you're spending your money on something. And here we go, mate. He's going to see now the Fusion Core.
Yeah, Fusion Core does get spotted. We see spores being thrown down. We should see a ramp up in queen production. You need so many queens to make sure you are safe from this BC. And now I am curious to see how Tavo plays this out, because okay, he does start an engineering bay. What I was about to say is that when you go BCs like that, mate, you can go into mech if you so wish.
Yes, but then again, Tavo is not exactly the kind of player who goes mech. I mean, this is not Neo, mate. This is not Neo. I know they're very close, but these are two different people, like.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah, I would personally love if Tavo went mech, because he has already played Bio 2 games in a row. It didn't work out. I would like him to try to go mech, and maybe that one deliver better results.
Yeah, it definitely could. So far, these Hellions are dancing with death here, kind of poking in wherever they can to distract the queens a little bit. And mate, it's happening. We have the second factory.
Yes, unfortunately, Ryu says it. Ryu sees the timing of the battlecruiser, and there we go. The battlecruiser flies away to the other side of the map, but the queens are ready. The spores is ready. This battlecruiser will not do much.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. The transfuses are on point. The BC does get pushed away towards the natural base. The queens are trying to keep up, trying to catch up, and they will deal with this. 3 drones did go down, to be fair, and ooh, the Hellions are trying to sneak in.
Oh, a lot of bending skill with that one.
Ooh.
So be careful. There's okay, nice plays by the Hellions.
Yeah.
So the Hellions survive, and mate, the drones are free. The drones are finally free, and a lot of workers are going to be killed.
Every single drone is going to go down. On top of that, the BC is still alive. The BC manages to escape just barely with its life. The queens are trying to chase it down, but it's still alive. Yo, can they catch up? Up. They should, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they should. It is unfortunate. You do not want to lose the VCs because they're so expensive. And here we go, mate. Ryu is now trying to do damage of his own, and there's nothing here to defend.
Yeah, exactly. The Hellions, they just popped out, but a little bit too late. Regardless, 25 drones went down. That's a lot of damage. And Ryu, he cannot reciprocate. He cannot deal the exact same to Tavo. Yes,
this is going a lot better than the previous game. If you remember the previous game, Tavo also burned a lot of drones, but at the same time, the Bailey drop by Ryu also equalized the workers, basically. And now this is not happening, mate. It's not happening, and now Tavo is ahead.
Exactly. Far ahead, mate. The fourth CC, all the factories are being produced here as he is switching into Battle Mech, into Blue Flame and Cyclone, a very different kind of mech compared to what Neo goes for. Not as heavy with the tanks, and with this army, you can be a lot more mobile. There it is. I was waiting for it. Fourth CC does start, and now Ryu has a lot of catching up to do. He's banking a lot on his energy-based units, on these Infestors and Neural.
Yes, by the way, Infestors is going for Neural Parasite, as you mentioned, so that one needs to be very careful, mate. A couple of good Neurals, and suddenly your VCs are against you, and you don't want to play against VCs, mate.
Oh, Ryu knows. Oh god. So I do like the neural play. It can be a little bit risky though. Oh, nice target fire there by Ryu, trying to force Tavo back. But But again, a lot of his hopes and dreams are banked on these infestors, and they're honestly a little bit vulnerable. Like, if they get caught out by the Hellions and the Cyclones, then yeah, it could be disastrous.
Definitely. Let's see how Tavo does it. I believe his first base was denied by Zerlings because he was trying to start one, right? I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, he was starting one here. I'm surprised if it was denied. Oh my god, wow.
So yeah, here we go. Tanks starting going up for Tavo, 3 at a time. That's quite a lot of tanks, +1/+1 on the way. Meanwhile, Tavo on the other hand is going for Infestor plus a lot of Roach.
Oh yeah. Roaches are on the way here for Ryu with those corruptors, Ravagers as well. Oh my god, he's actually going into lurkers. Interesting. Okay. I'm worried just because this is a lot of gas. He's going Roach Ravager to begin with, and then he's going to try and transition into Hydra Lurker. Viper. Oh. Yo. One more. Ordomas. No. Ah, there we go.
Fungal, mate. What a way to end one battle cruiser, mate, with a fungal growth. This is something you do not see every day.
Oh my god, beautifully done there by Ryu. He shuts down both BCs and made him be a pain to deal with 2 BCs. So catching them in the middle of the map like that was huge, and now he has enough time to get into his hive tech. It's still a ways away. He still needs to get those lurker upgrades like lurker range and lurker burrow, but he's on his way.
+1/+1 right now, just finishing for Tavo. 165 supply. This is a good number to start moving now into the map. A couple of doors are being built as well, just in case there is the meta switch from Ryu. And yeah, I mean, as I said, I wanted Tavo to try something new with mech, and he is doing it with mech, and so far, look, he has not died, mate, so it's working.
Yeah. Ooh, he even catches the infestors. This is what I was worried about. He does get one in the end, but the Hellions are getting fungled. Oh my god, can the infestors, can they escape? Looks like just barely, maybe.
Oh, he really wants them. But I don't think he's going to got them. Only kills one. A little bit greedy. I would not have chased so far, but yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the biggest loss though. It was only Hellions, to be fair, but it did cost him a bunch of scans. So that's kind of what really hurt Tavo there in the end, in not getting those infestors. And what I'm worried about is that I don't think he's seen the Hydras. Quickly checking his vision, yeah, he hasn't seen the tech either. This Thor switch is good against mutas. It's also good against Broodlords. If Broodlords were on the way, they're not ideal against lurkers.
Yep. Lurker Viper. This is the very good composition versus mech. So it's going to be all on Tavo if he's able to focus the Vipers with these doors. Maybe he can get away with it, but it's going to be hard, mates.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's all going to come down to the Vipers, whether the Vipers can get their spells off or whether they go down before that happens. Meanwhile, ooh, the armies are missing each other, and this is a very slow, immobile one. Are we going to force a base trade?
Probably first tank is going to be Yoink. And yeah, Ryu is forcing is going back. He knows there's nothing here to defend, so he's just going to build a few units to harass. Meanwhile, Tavo is starting to attack here. The lurkers arrive, the tank sieges. Nice joints by the Vipers, and the tanks fall, mate, and I think Tavo needs to go back now.
Yeah, that was a beautiful blinding cloud as well, protecting the Vipers from those Thors. The Thors are so thick and slow, they were stuck in the clouds, so a nice trade. Meanwhile, we do have these Roaches also running behind the army, trying to catch some reinforcements, and we even see some Niduses in the main.
Oh no, mate, Nidus in the main against a mech player is going to be a disaster.
The Thors, they get yoinked. One of them will go down, so will the second. The Roaches, they actually do end up going for a run by, but they get met by a planetary. They go down, but the night is finished, mate.
Yeah, the night is finished. Now all the production of Tavo is under siege, mate, and one of the worst things that can happen to a mech player is losing your production.
Oh my god, exactly. And this is such a small ramp for these Thors to walk through. They're all just dying, mate.
Mate, I think this is over. I think Tavo just right straight to the heart.
Exactly. He saw win condition and he went for it, and this is a killing blow right here. These swords will be dealt with. The tanks, they can't get up this ramp. Sad face. GG, well played.
GG, and Ryu qualifies to the close qualifier by beating Tavo 3-0.
GG. Congratulations, Ryu. My condolences to Tavo again. I love Tavo. We're massive fans of him here on this channel. Again, like a brother to Neo, just on different teams. So it is sad to see him go. But what I will say is that Tavo, mate, he played his heart out to get this far, especially against Jarpy, man. Like, damn.
Yeah, nice games versus Jarpy. Nice games versus Neo. Like, nice TVT. Unfortunately, his TVC not quite as good. And but he reaches the finals. He's going to get a lot of points in my personal table for Desafiantes. So that is good for him. And he's still not out. There's still another qualifier in 2 days. So Tavo did it very well today. It might as well do it as well the next one. He may be able to qualify on Friday.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Again, it's one of those things where I'm so happy for Ryu. Like, Ryu, he was so disappointed in himself last season. I don't know if you remember this. Last season, Ryu was a major upset happened, and he never made it to the closed qualifier last season. He failed in both the first and the second qualifier, the open qualifiers. If you remember, it was Chaos Fate who stopped him. I think it was Chaos Fate as well as Terran, both of the Terran players. So yeah, Ryu had a really hard time last season, and oh boy, it's great to see him performing a little bit better here. Straight away, he makes it through, and now he's made it to the closed qualifier.